Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee, and thank you so much for stopping in. I like to do videos on canning and baking and cooking and vintage recipes. And today I'm going to do what I consider a vintage recipe as part of Freeze It February. Freeze It February is being put on by Lynn over at the Bucket List Homestead. And every day there's a new video with things that you can make to put in your freezer to have easy meals, or, to give to a family member, when a new baby's born or something like that. These meals are just perfect. So today what I'm going to make is something that my mom always made and she would freeze to go in the freezer, and that's stuffed peppers. And she used to use green peppers when I was younger, and then as the colored peppers became more popular, she switched over to them because they're so sweet and they just taste great. And so I'm going to make the filling and stuff these peppers and wrap them up, and I put them in like a gallon bag and just pull out however many I need. So let's get going to make old-fashioned stuffed peppers the way my mom did. The first step is going to be to clean these peppers, and I know a lot of times you see them where like the top's cut off and the whole pepper is stuffed, but Mom always cut them in half. So that is what I'm going to do. And we'll take out the seeds and take off the stem. Now, I am not going to parboil these. Mom never did. And I also do not cook the meat ahead of time. I make almost like a meatloaf filling, but with rice. So like porcupine balls. And that is what I stuff into these. And then when I want to have dinner, I'll take out however many I need. If it's just the two of us, I take out 2 and put them into a baking dish. And then I add tomato sauce on top, or brown gravy on top, or tomato soup. Sometimes I put cheese at the end, but not always. So there, you want to get out all the seeds and that white membrane as much as you can. So these are real handy to have, and my whole family likes them. And even if I'm making them fresh, I don't parboil the peppers. I guess because I put the meat in raw, it has to cook for long enough that the peppers get cooked. And you do want to cook these thoroughly when you go to bake them so that the meat is done all the way. So I'm going to keep cleaning these peppers and bring you back when they're all done. I forgot to say that Lynn will have a playlist on her channel, and you can go watch all the videos there, and you're going to want to watch them and comment, because on March 6th, she's going to have a live giveaway on her channel, Bucket List Homestead, and give away some really cool prizes. And those lives are always just fun interaction. So I'll keep on cleaning the peppers. So I'm not going to make a really big batch, but you can make as big a batch as you want, depending on the size of your family. And I do these too as my peppers come in from the freezer. When I start to, from the garden, and I get an overabundance, I will put them, make the mixture and freeze them up that way as a way of preserving them. So I have 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm going to wash my hands. To the ground beef, I'm going to add 2 eggs. The rule of thumb when adding eggs is don't add the shell, but is 1 egg per pound of meat. And if you don't want to use ground beef, I've used venison. You can use sausage, you can use Italian sausage, you can use ground turkey. I've done it all the ways. Okay, I'm gonna break up this. Egg broken up. Now I have some rice that I've cooked and let it cool. And I cooked, it was 2 cups. I'm not gonna use all of it. Because I don't want them to be rice balls, you know, but the rice does help hold it together. And okay, let's add some seasoning and then get it mixed up. I'm gonna add some Worcestershire sauce, just a few shakes, maybe a half a teaspoon. Garlic powder. There wasn't much left in there, so not even a teaspoon. You can use chopped onion. I'm just gonna add some dried minced onion. I'm gonna add about a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. About a teaspoon of salt. And the seasonings are all personal preference. If you want to give it a Mexican flair, this is just some black pepper. You know, add some cumin, some chili powder. If you want to add some chopped celery, you can add chopped celery. I'm going to mix this up now. And the best way I have found is to use my hand. Now, if I was using venison, I would add a little bit of oil because our venison is so lean. But with this ground beef, it will not need that. So I used about a cup of rice, so I would say a half a cup of rice per pound of meat. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of some stuff. So let's put the filling in. You wanna tuck it in to the corners where there's holes. And tap it down, but you don't want it to be so packed tight. So there's one. Now, if I have more filling than what I need, what I do is I just make some big meatballs, porcupine meatballs, and I bake those at the same time as I do any of the peppers for people that don't like the pepper. So there's 4. I got 2 more halves here. Okay, I do have 1 more red pepper in the fridge. I'm gonna get that one out because I have enough meat to do them probably. At least 1 half. Here we go. And when I serve these, we usually like mashed potatoes with them because it makes a nice sauce. I will bring you back and cook some and show you what it looks like later this week. So stay tuned for that. I have been doing the pantry challenge, so it's nice to get some fresh vegetables back in the house. We had run out of them. Okay, so there we go. Last one. So here is the plate of them. Let me get my filling out. I can. Now, what I do next is I individually wrap these. Sometimes I use sandwich bags. Sometimes I'll use a quart bag, but they're kind of pricey. And then I put them all in bigger bags and label them and just take out as I need. I have plastic wrap. I'm gonna do some that way. And I start them from cooking frozen, actually. That's how we would do it. And this will go inside the freezer bag. So then you just pull out how many you need. If you have company coming, if you want to make enough for 2 nights. Sandwich bags work out really well though if you have them. I have 1 quart freezer bag with 2 for my daughter. And then the rest went into this bag for us. These will go straight into the freezer. I'm gonna label them with stuffed peppers and today's date. And I can just pull out as many as I want. If we have company, if it's just the 2 of us, I'll pull out 2. If one of us is alone, we can pull out 1. So, and look at all the colors. So this is my simple, easy freeze-it meal that I do. I've done it my entire adult life, and my mom did it as long as I can remember. Here we go, stuffed peppers. And make sure to watch on March 6th. And thank you, Lynn, so much for inviting me. This is a great collab with so many great ideas for everyone when, food prices are crazy now. So take advantage of sales and your garden produce and have easy meals ready. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you like this video. And if you do, if you subscribe to my channel, it really helps. And if you want to share it, I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching Old-Fashioned Stuffed Peppers for Freeze It February. See you next time at Pike Creek Farm.